Dear students, in previous video we studied about types of insurance. Now we will take next topic, privatization of insurance. On 19 January 1956, through an ordinance, life insurance business was nationalized and LIC of India was set up. Thus, monopoly of LIC was established. General insurance business was established by Britishers in India and it has continued after independence. On 1st January 1973, the general insurance business was nationalized on the basis of General Business Act of 1972. By recommendation of a committee, IRDA was set up in 1999 that supports joint business by foreign insurance company along with Indian insurance companies. Now we'll take IRDA. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, that is meant to regulate insurance companies. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority is a national agency of the Government of India based in Hyderabad. IRDA was formed by an Act of Indian Parliament known as IRDA Act 1999, which was amended in 2002 to incorporate some emerging requirements. Its mission is to protect the interest of the policyholders, to regulate, to promote and ensure orderly growth of the insurance industry in India. IRDA regulations increases the share of foreign insurance companies from 26% up to 49% in 2015. Now, foreign insurance companies can invest up to 49% in Indian insurance companies. We will study main objectives of IRDA. In IRDA, by the formation of IRDA, policyholders can choose best companies among many Indian and foreign companies. Due to healthy competition among various companies that offers the same insurance product, better services offered at lower premium. It makes economy more progressive. IRDA brings self-discipline among the insurance companies. IRDA provides a system for complaint solutions. Now we'll take next topic, postal services. It is almost 150 years old. There are more than 150,000 post offices in around India. There is among 90% are situated in rural area of India. Indian Postal Services and Telegraph Department provides various postal services across India. For providing these services, the whole country has been divided into 22 postal circles. These circles manage the day-to-day functioning of the various head post offices, sub-post offices and branch post offices through their regional and divisional level arrangements. Apart from information and communication, Indian Postal Services offers the services like General Post, Registered Post, Parcel Services, VPP, Speed Post, Parcel Services, Express Parcel, Saving Services, Recurring Deposit, Term Deposit, NSC, KVP, PPF and many more. First of all, we'll take General Post letters. Information and communication can be sent through postcard, inland letters, covers, etc. General Post, one of the oldest methods, nowadays very limited in use due to the development of social media platform and computer services. Next is Registered Post. Registered Post is a mail service offered by the Postal Department. Registered Post being a service provided to any existing PIN code. Registered Post is cheap but slower in transmission, while Speed Post is more expensive but faster in transmission. The charges of Registered Post are more than the general postal communication. If the sender of the post requires a proof in the form of the signature of the receiver, some extra charge will have to be paid. Next is parcel services. Anything can be sent in a parcel except articles whose transmission is prohibited by Government of India. It can contain single communication to the addressee of the parcel. If the addressee refuses to pay the charges, the parcel will be returned to the sender, from whom the charges will not be recovered. Next service is VPP, Value Payable Post, used to buy goods from a seller at a far off place. Post office receives packed goods from the seller, carries it to the customer. Customer pays price of the goods and VPP charges. Goods are delivered to the customers. Next service is Speed Post oblique Parcel. Speed Postal Service is a service provided by India Post to facilitate high-speed delivery of letters, documents and other important stuff. On the other hand, the courier is also public utility services, same as Speed Post, but it is a private service to provide faster delivery of letters and other important documents. Next service is Express Parcel Service. It is customized service, will be available to both retail as well as business or corporate customers. There are weight criteria. Minimum weight should be 0.5 kg and maximum is 35 kg. Next topic is saving services. Postal department, just like banks, provides various types of saving schemes like saving account, 5-year recurring deposit, term deposit, monthly income plan, senior citizenship savings certificate, 15 years public provident fund, 5 to 10 years Kisan Vikas Patra, Sukanya Samriddhi account, etc. Next is Post Office Recurring Deposit. This scheme is a government-backed scheme that offers guaranteed returns. The scheme has a medium-length tenure and people can start investing from as low as ₹100 per month for a period of 5 years. The tenure can be extended in blocks of 5 years as well. Next service is time deposit, or we can say term deposit. The Post Office time deposit are a saving scheme offered by the Indian Postal Service, on which a fixed interest is paid. The Post Office time deposits are similar to the fixed deposits of commercial banks. Deposit account opened in a bank on which fixed rate of interest is paid. Next service is NSC, National Savings Certificate. National Savings Certificates, popularly known as NSC, is an Indian government saving bond, primarily used for small savings and income tax saving. Investments in India. It is a part of the postal saving system of India Post. The holder gets the tax benefit under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act 1961. Next service is KVP, Kisan Vikas Patra. Kisan Vikas Patra is a savings scheme available at India Post offices in the form of certificates. It is a fixed rate small savings scheme designed to double your investment after a predetermined period of time, 124 months, in the currently available issue. Next service is PPF, stands for Public Provident Fund, which is a long-term investment scheme declared by the Government of India. It is a safe deposit scheme that offers tax exemptions and attractive interest rates. Apart from the public and private sector banks, a PPF account can be opened through post offices. Any individual can open an account in PPF fund scheme. The duration of this account is 15 years. The minimum amount to be paid in this account is 500 per annum. After 15 years, under the prevailing rules, the duration of this account can be extended by 5 years every time. This account cannot be closed before 15 years. The money deposited in this account is exempted from income tax calculation. In the event of death of the account holder, the amount will be given to the nominated heir. Next is Postal Life Insurance. Postal Life Insurance was started in 1884. Due to popularity of its scheme, various departments of central and state governments were extended its benefits. Now, Postal Life Insurance is open for employees of all central and state government departments, nationalized banks, public sector undertakings, financial institutions, local municipalities and Jila Parishads, and educational institution added by Government of India. Next scheme is Monthly Income Scheme MIS. MIS is meant for those investors who want to invest a lump sum and earn interest on monthly basis for their livelihood. The scheme is therefore a boon for retired persons. As per the requirement, this account can be transferred from one post office to another. If needed, the depositor can withdraw money based on certain terms and conditions after 1 year. Next service is money order. A money order is an order is issued by the post office for the payment of a sum of money to the person whose name the money order is sent through the agency of the post office. A payee is the person named in money order as the person to whom the money is to be paid. There are some other services offered by post office. Post office has started instant money order IMO by using online technology through which amount to the extent of rupees 1000 to 50,000 can be sent to any part of the India within a day. Recently, the Department of Post Office started e-money order EMO. At present, this service is made available in designated post office only. Through EMO, money can be received by the receiver the very next day at his address. Rupees 1 to rupees 5,000 can be sent through EMO. The Postal Department uses web services and computer network to send money as EMO. Uses online technology. The sender of money will have to go to the post office personally or visit the website of post office through his personal computer or mobile phone and fill up online form. The sender should fill up the name, address and PIN code of the receiver. Within 24 hours, money is paid to the receiver at his address. At the time of receiving money, proof of photo ID should be presented by the receiver along with money. If needed, one message out of pre-decided message can be sent to the receiver. There are some other related services. Postal Department provides other services like purchase and sale of foreign currency, traveler's check in foreign currency, debit card in foreign currency, draft in foreign currency, mutual fund, investment agency, services for various schemes of Government of India as an agent, banking services, depositing pension money in the saving account of pensioners, railway ticket booking, etc. Dear students, postal service is very important, so try to learn all the functions. In our next video, we will study about godown or warehouses.